Zell Boy Army. Welcome to another spicy one on the channel. In today's video, I'm talking about something that has honestly been completely game-changing for me on FIFA 22. And I'm really not exaggerating that. It has been going from the new gen version, and when I say new gen, I mean PS5 or Xbox Series X, to the PS4 version or Xbox One version. Obviously, this only really affects people who have the new generation of consoles. The new generation of consoles, 100% are going to be quicker on the menus, but when it comes to the actual gameplay, I am genuinely finding PS4 so much more fun, smoother, easier, just better all round to play than PS5. In this video, I'm going to explain why. I'm going to show gameplay from PS5 and PS4 to explain and show the literal differences between the two and just explain my thought process behind it. It was annoying because honestly, when you've got a new gen console, you want to play it. I said I didn't play the old generation PS4 until about a week ago. I've spent the first 2 weeks of FIFA playing new gen, and people kept telling me in my streams, YouTube videos, Zell, you need to try PS4 version out. I was like, no, I've got a new gen console. I really want to use the new gen, do you know what I mean? Make the use of it. And they said, trust me, Zell, you have more fun on PS4. It's more attacking. The left stick dribbling's a lot better. It's more smoother, more consistent, bigger skill gap on there. And I kind of tried to resist it and ignore it for a while, but I thought, you know what? I'll give it a try last weekend league and the rest of this week. And honestly, I've not looked back since. It's just a better experience over there. One of the main things, this is more a selfish thing and take of this what you will, but one of the main things I find is on PS4, you play against much worse teams. On PS5, I think in the first weekend league, I probably played about 10 teams that were worth 5 million plus in about 20 games. On PS4, in about 40 games, I played 2 teams that were worth over 5 million coins. I guess it's logical to think that if people are playing PS4, they're probably not going to put a lot of money into FIFA points because they'd rather put that into getting a PS5. Whereas if you've got a new generation of console, you might have a bit more money, you might be more willing to put money into FIFA points. So playing on PS4, honestly, you'll probably find you're matching much easier teams in general. But the main reason for me is not the teams. Like on a road to glory, I've hit 16-0 every FIFA, no matter what I've hit on road to glories, the max rank, top 100. It's not about that. It's about the gameplay for me. The main thing that I want on a FIFA is to have fun. I want the gameplay to feel smooth. I want the gameplay to feel consistent. I want to feel rewarded for what I'm doing. And I feel that is more the case on PS4. I don't think the PS5 game's bad. There's a lot of good stuff about it. I will say one thing, that I think the high promotion technology, which is the big difference, by the way, between the two versions, is a lot more noticeable on PS5. Well, it's not even on PS4, but it's noticeable the animations. You get more animations on PS5. Bigger players are probably a bit more usable on PS5 because of the high promotion technology. But the problem is that these animations that they've brought in also add a lot of randomness, probably a lot of stupid stuff into the game, that right now it's just not as good a game basically on PS5, I would say. Maybe next year it'll be better, maybe as the year goes on, and I might update this type of video. But for now, PS4 is better for me. Let's get into some gameplay clips where I can actually showcase to you the differences so you can see what I'm on about. And yeah, basically understand my thought process. This is a 2v2 game here, but it doesn't really make a difference on PS5 or PS4 2v2 or 1v1, just to clarify that. But here, I want you to just see straight away how deep and many men back I have on PS5. This is the PS5 version. In this game here, I am playing 75 depth. This does not look like 75 depth to me. The biggest issue I have with PS5 in comparison to PS4, so new gen versus old gen gameplay, is how deep you seem to be forced to sit. It's very hard to break down AI on FIFA over the last few years. Over the last few years, year on year, the AI seem to get stronger and better defensively to make more blocks. They're positioned better. They're harder to beat with skills. So when you can have so many AI back in your box, it is really impossible sometimes, it feels, to break them down, especially when the gameplay gets bad. And honestly, I don't think there's a difference here on PS4 or PS5. Bad servers cause bad gameplay. Sometimes the gameplay is great, sometimes it's not. But here, just watch, like there. Soon as he passes it in there, that guy's in, switch, tackles the ball. It's going to be very hard to break down people with this. And on PS5, I'd be interested in your comments. Let me know what you guys think. But soon as you go on PS5, no matter what you do, if they don't instantly counterattack you, even if you're playing 100 depth, your team will just sit really deep behind the ball. All the men will get back. Like, these two here are on stay forward. And look how deep they are. Stay forward to me should be around here. I don't know if this is a bug or something to do with hypermotion technology, but essentially on PS5 for some reason, this is just what always seems to happen. That the teams just get behind the ball, they're very hard to break down, and this causes slower gameplay essentially because you can't force things as much. I think for me personally, this lowers the skill gap. Simply put, the more AI in the box, the harder it is to break your opponent down. But you're not breaking your opponent, you're breaking your opponent's computer, which isn't human skill. And it's just not as fun. I don't want to be trying to beat AI in the box effectively every game. And this just seems to happen consistently on PS5. The next clip, I'm going to show you a PS4 clip and show you how that looks. Look here where I've got the ball. I've got the ball about to be like 30 odd yards out, and now past the edge of the box, and look at how his defense is. This is on PS4. He has basically 4 defenders there in the box. He has a CDM there, and then look at his attackers. You've got his striker literally on the halfway line. You've got his wingers about halfway into their half. You've got his cam occupying the cam spot. On PS5, we had his 2 strikers there. So on this PS4 version, we've literally got 2, 3, 4, 5 players further up the pitch than what was on the PS5 version. That in itself, for me, instantly makes the PS4 version a lot funner because it is going to be so much easier to break people down, score goals, have fun. For me, scoring goals and attacking players is what makes FIFA fun. Parking the bus, even when you're choosing not to, isn't. It's one of these that maybe some people selfishly prefer the game to help them out. But at the same time, if you play the PS5 version, the game's doing a lot of the defending for you by putting the men in the box. It's also going to do it for your opponent. I would much rather have an open game like this where I can actually attack and go forward. You can see there, I end up breaking him down from there. He's got 4 men in the box at this point. On PS5, this just is not the case. On PS5, you never get a chance like this unless it was on a counter-attack. My opponent makes a manual mistake there. He should have been marking that. And it allows to lead to a goal. The problem on PS5 is, even when you beat one of your opponents, and by me that they're manual player they're controlled, they've still got loads of men back covering. I don't like that. I think it's a major issue. And you can see here on PS4 how much easier it is to break people down purely based on numbers. The difference is so insane. Like here, 5 players further up the field than on PS5. I don't really understand where this issue comes from, other than maybe the hypermotion technology. But even then, that doesn't really make sense why hypermotion technology would lead to players sitting so much deeper. But for now, it is a major issue on PS5 that for me, it just makes it, I won't say unplayable. I think PS5 is still a decent FIFA, but it makes it a lot less enjoyable, a lot less attacking. And for me, those are the reasons that I want to play FIFA. So I'm going to be sticking to the PS4 version for now. This is a very short clip of PS5 footage here, but I just want you to notice what happens here with the dribbling. This seems to happen so much more on PS5. So here, this is from a counter-attack. He already has 3, 4, 5, nearly 6 men in his box. His team are forward, but that's because I've literally just counter-attacked. Here, look how I'm trying to turn with Ginola. Already 3 men surrounding me. I try to turn here and look at the touch he takes. That touch he takes there. Watch it again now. So he's going to take a touch there. It's Ginola, one of the best players in the game. I obviously want him to take a tight touch. But look there. The ball goes from like there to about there. It is a very small detail thing. But on PS5, for some reason, the dribbling is a lot more inconsistent. I don't know if this is just purely based on hypermotion technology. But for some reason, the animations, the dribbling seems to mess up a lot more. And on a game where there's a lot more men in the box, based on the PS5 version, and the dribbling's a lot less consistent, it is almost impossible to score at times, it feels. Because there, I've not done anything wrong. I've just done a left stick touch where I want him to turn there and quickly turn there. But the touch has been that bad that there's nothing humanly possible I could do about that. And that's purely based on the game that I'm playing there. Obviously, I could show you PS4 goals where I've scored with nice left stick dribbling. I could show you that on PS5 too. But what I'm saying is that issue on PS5 with dribbling is a lot more apparent. So left stick dribbling is better on PS4 purely because there's not the bugs with the stupid touches. But at the same time, there's less men in the box, so you've got more freedom to left stick dribble. For these reasons, I just much prefer PS4 gameplay right now. In general, it does feel a bit smoother and faster across the pitch as well because of this. I think PS5 is more than playable. I just think for PS4 right now, you're going to play easier teams. You're going to be playing a lot less against park the bus. It's very hard to park the bus on PS4. Left stick dribbling's better. The animations are more consistent across the board, more smooth gameplay. For me, I enjoyed PS4 gameplay so much more the last week than I enjoyed the previous 2 weeks of PS5 gameplay. I've played pros on PS4 as well, so it's not just a case of I'm just playing worse people and I'm happy because of that. I've tested it against pro players and really enjoyed it still. It's just a much better experience for me currently on PS4. If this changes throughout the year, I will let you guys know. But my recommendation for now, if you have both consoles, is to be playing the PS4 version. You can play PS4 version on a PS5. Just download the PS4 version, same on Xbox. You should have dual entitlement. Appreciate you guys watching this video though. Hope you enjoyed it. Keep it spicy, and I'll see you in the next one.